you're a leader in the pharmaceutical world right now, you are living in the middle of an absolute whirlwind. We're talking billions being invested, huge promises being made, and you can't get through a single meeting without someone bringing up AI. So let's just dive right into this, because there's a real tension here that everyone is feeling. And it really all boils down to this one single question. Is all this just another tech fad? You know, a speculative bubble that's going to pop and leave a bunch of failed projects and wasted money in its wake? Or are we actually witnessing a huge, fundamental shift in how the entire industry works? It's a really confusing landscape out there, so let's try to get some clarity. Now, this right here, this quote perfectly captures the nuance we need. See, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. The technology itself, that's a real structural change. But the frenzy, all the noise, the over-the-top promises, that's the bubble. And the leaders who are going to win are the ones who can separate that signal from all the noise. And this slide just illustrates that dual reality perfectly. Look, on the left, you've got all of the classic signs of a hype cycle, right? Vendors making these wild claims, companies running dozens of little pilot programs that don't connect to each other, promises that just sound way too good to be true. But then you look at the right side, and you see the hard data. This is the undeniable proof from leading pharma companies that shows real, measurable impact. R&D timelines are actually getting shorter. Manufacturing quality and uptime are improving. Analytics are moving faster than ever. Both of these things are happening at the exact same time. So, if that impact is real, and it is, then we have to start treating this as the new reality. This isn't just another IT project you can pass off. This is the very definition of what we're all calling Pharma 4.0. It's the next evolution of the entire industry, and it's being driven by data and AI. So what does that actually mean? Well, it means building what are called AI-native capabilities. And this isn't about buying some new piece of software. It's a completely new way of operating. It's about using data in real time to tell you not just what happened, but what's going to happen and what you should do about it. That's the predictive and prescriptive part. And that leads to processes that can adapt on the fly and, down the road, operations that are more and more autonomous. And just look at where AI sits now. It's not some fringe activity anymore. AI and machine learning are right at the very core of this new architecture. We're talking about optimizing incredibly complex manufacturing processes as they happen, predicting a deviation before it ruins a batch, sensing what the market needs with amazing accuracy, and even making personalized medicine a reality at scale. And you know, if you need any more proof that this is a real, long-term shift, here it is. This isn't just a corporate trend. Regulators and governments all over the world are now actively writing AI and machine learning into their official Pharma 4.0 policies. It's becoming a foundational piece of the industry's rulebook. So the bottom line is, you really can't afford to just sit back and wait this one out. Okay, so knowing all of that, the big question for every leader shifts from, is this thing real, to, okay, how do we get ready? So let's walk through a clear 4-part playbook for what you need to be doing next. First things first, you have got to get your strategy right. This means it's time to move away from that scattergun approach of trying a little bit of everything. You have to get incredibly disciplined about where you're placing your AI bets. And here's how you do it. You anchor every single AI initiative to a critical, non-negotiable business outcome. Then you create 2 separate portfolios, a core roadmap for the stuff you know works, and an experimental bucket for the new ideas. And for those experiments, you have to establish clear kill criteria right from the start, so you know exactly when to pull the plug if it's not working. Second big move, redesign your leadership and governance. AI can't just be an innovation side project that's managed by the IT department anymore. It needs clear, dedicated ownership right at the very top of the company. We're talking CEO and board-level responsibility. You need to empower a chief AI officer with real authority, and then support them with a steering council that pulls in people from across the business. Quality, IT, regulatory, all the key players. That's how you make sure you're building a cohesive strategy, not just running a bunch of disconnected experiments. All right, the third action is all about your people. And honestly, this might be the most important and the most overlooked part of the whole puzzle. Success with AI is a human challenge, not just a technical one. You have to build AI fluency across the whole organization. So you have to treat this as a workforce transformation, not a software rollout. You've got to invest in training your people on the fundamentals, things like data integrity, the risks that come with AI models, and how you validate them in a regulated GXP environment.
The goal here is to create what we call the AI augmented leader, a manager who can confidently look at a model's output, challenge its assumptions, and then connect those insights directly to business performance.
And that brings us to action number 4. Look, none of this works if you don't have a solid foundation. You absolutely must harden your data, your platforms, and maybe most importantly, the trust that everyone, your employees, your regulators, and your patients has in you. This means you have to prioritize building a robust data infrastructure over creating flashy demos. It means you embed ethical AI governance from day one, monitoring for bias, ensuring the models are explainable, and it means being crystal clear with everyone about how AI is being used, and critically, where humans will always remain in the loop to ensure patient safety. Okay, so those are the 4 big strategic actions. But how do you actually put that into a practical plan? Let's break this down into a 3-move roadmap that plays out over the next 3+ years. For the first 12 to 18 months, your entire focus is on stabilizing the foundation. That means cleaning up your critical data and taking all those scattered pilots and consolidating them into a few key enterprise-wide building blocks. Then, for the next year and a half, you scale what works. You take the proven use cases and industrialize them across your whole network. And finally, looking at 3 years and beyond, that's when you get to architect the future, aiming for more autonomous operations and integrating your entire ecosystem. So, as we start to wrap this up, it becomes pretty clear that every leader in pharma is basically standing at a crossroads right now. And really, there are only 2 paths you can take from here. On the left, you've got the AI bubble posture. This is the path of just chasing the hype. It leads to uncoordinated pilots, no real governance, and no clear story on what the return on investment is. And the outcome there is pretty inevitable: confusion, wasted money, and eventually total burnout on the whole idea. But on the right, you have the real shift posture. This is a disciplined portfolio, clear leadership, an upskilled workforce, and a solid architecture that creates value that compounds on itself year after year. So, the crucial point is this: the hype, it's going to cool down. It always does. And when that happens, you are going to be left with whatever it is you've built. Is it going to be a collection of disconnected, half-finished projects? Or will it be a resilient, intelligent architecture that positions you to lead the entire industry in this next era of pharma? Really, that choice is yours.